والثمرات وبشر الصابرين الذين إذا أصابتهم مصيبة قالوا إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون.
It's 8 p.m. in Banjul, and this is GRTS News broadcasting for viewers in the Gambia and around the world. Our top stories this hour. His Excellency President Adama Barrow prepares to travel to the Democratic Republic of Congo for a two-day walking visit set to deepen cooperation between Banjul and Kinshasa. Residents of Upper River look forward to
over state of the art facility, the BASSE area council.
Inaugurates the new
reacting to the massive development,
market,
Fatou Keita and Awa Jallow respectively express gratitude and appreciation
sustainability efforts are seeing renewed focus as the UN Food and Agriculture Agency moved to encourage community production initiatives. A new program aimed at
the world of sport comes together to protest Russia's invasion of Ukraine in a continued display of support across all games from football to judo. Elsewhere, Russian forces made stiff resistance as they attempt to push forward.
Those who'd stayed ran again
Ukraine.
for the cover
the
of the capital's bomb shelters.
The capital is strongly
Hundreds of thousands had already fled after the first night.
Students in Ukraine call on their governments to evacuate them from the European country as Russia intensifies its offensive on Ukraine. Well, that's the top of the news and much more coming ahead with me, Rohibite. It's great to have you here. We begin with a press dispatch from the State House, which informs the public that the President of the Republic of the Gambia, His Excellency Adama Barrow, will embark on a two-day walking visit to the Democratic Republic of Congo. The visit will accord the President the opportunity to strengthen diplomatic and bilateral ties between the Gambia and the Democratic Republic of Congo. President Barrow and delegation will leave Banjul International Airport on Monday, 28 February at 10 a.m. Now, residents of the Upper River region are basking in the glory of a new ultra-modern market and regional business centers set to increase the area's trade prospects. The new BASSE market was inaugurated by His Excellency President Adama Barrow on Saturday. The Gambian leader unveiled the crucial infrastructure with a pledge to expand the country's economy capacity via increased investment. Our regional correspondent Seydou Camara spoke to the residents and the region's governor.
On February 24, 2020, the entire BASSE market was ravaged by an inferno that left traders and merchants into total devastation at the time. Following the destructive blaze, the government, under the leadership of His Excellency Adama Barrow, made a promise to reconstruct the entire facility into an ultra-modern market. That pledge is now fulfilled as the President inaugurates the new BASSE market, handing over state-of-the-art facility to BASSE Area Council. Reacting to the massive development, Fatou Keita and Awa Jallow, respectively, expressed gratitude and appreciation to President Barrow for building such a magnificent market structure set to accommodate major trade activities growing merchants across the sub-region.
Yaje musolu wasita ni marsola janola o katanye bala fati bari bi na president ba menketa president Adama Baroti anata puru kana marso dayele nin kedantel musoli yo kontani kubalati sai mo bebe kontani ri marsola yolola muna yakendi na nyato tabi sotani marsola kon nindi ngol la nyato tabi sotani marsola kon kadu musu jama bije akadi ngola karam mo joni marsola la
anda gila marseden sume hande ko wonno hanke ko woni hande wona goto sanare hanki no marsede wonirno e hande kan wonirni dal ko me fo dal me de welti wasno baro walliri me marsede fewani me welti moƴƴa.
The reconstruction of the market edifice has put a smile on many faces. One of those is the former governor of the region, FANTA SAMATEH, who was serving in the region when the inferno happened.
It's a hub. It attracts business from the sub-region, starting from Guinea-Bissau, Guinea-Conakry, Senegal. You go up to Mali and then Sierra Leone. So definitely the burning of this market was really a serious issue and affected the whole sub-region. We have to be grateful to the government of the Gambia, through His Excellency the President, for building this state-of-art market in BASSE today. And I'm very, very delighted to be here to inaugurate the market. And I was here when it was brought to us. So for me, I'm more than happy and more than grateful.
The governor of the region, SAMBA, highlighted the future quality standards the market has, with not only provide new face for the second capital, but will boost the financial growth of the council and enhance earnings of the traders in the market.
Economic public in the sub-region. When this are not the Mahande Sare Basse, Sundu you are collecting care of the Basse. Then no send Kavi no any master Narnato, and Ganda de Pera in Gambia, then no Dunko contact they do trade men no husband, but in Safari Melody, Komutat Pay. Tesai no you have a master, for master de Lawa and Nabe, Pelfop and Gandhi what the Coliga, he got in His Excellency while in Lady Basse, put in but a compliment master for master de Lawa.
His inaugural statement, President Barrow commended the contractors and partners, saying the market belonged to all irrespective of political affiliations. Gambia leader advised that those affected by the inferno be given the priority in the allocation of canteen.
The complex provided 246 vendor shops, 2 mini markets, and 4 sales with capacity to house 72 men vegetable sellers. The initial plan was for 185 shops, but following an appeal by the council and the people of BASSE, this was increased by 61 shops. I am reliably informed that the entire market is paved with reinforced concrete and an effective drainage system in place. Mindful of unexpected power outages, the market has 250 kVA transformer and an electricity distribution network, which includes 10 lead electrical street lights for lighting and security. We can rest assured that this is a safe 5-star market of high quality and international standards.
After cutting the ribbon, delegates headed by the President to the new market facilities built with safety standards to avoid disaster during emergencies. Seydou Camara, reporting for Jatas News from BASSE Upper River Region.
The new BASSE market opens a new era of expanded business opportunities in the Upper River region. The completion of the market infrastructure swiftly built by the Barrow administration in response to the area's commercial needs and growing market economy comes as BASSE becomes an important regional hub, attracting unparalleled trade and commerce. Aminata Sanyang takes a closer look.
Described as the capital city of rural Gambia, BASSE is one of the busiest areas in Upper River and biggest commercial hub in the country's hinterland. People here are engaged daily in different trades and economic activities on a scale that makes the city one of the busiest markets in the Gambia. BASSE is also a regional business hub with an expansive market that has seen multiple fire outbreaks, including last one, which ravaged goods and stores, putting many out of business.
Raised to ashes by calamitous flames and now constructed into a massive business edifice, the BASSE New Market gives an infrastructural facelift to one of Gambia's biggest regions, creating opportunities for people in the Upper River region.
The swift intervention of the Barrow administration ushered in a massive development for BASSE. The infrastructure has maximum and standard equipment installed to mitigate fire disasters and future emergencies.
Hydrants are our major point because water sources, if you get the water sources, that means the men are effective and efficient. They can do the job. But if the materials are not in place, that is our constraint. But presently for this new market, we have done our plans. 4 hydrants is identified here, and they are functionable. Local topography is done every 6 months. Every 6 months, we'll come and check the condition of the hydrants. And we have a key and bars, whereby we open it, check the water flow, the pressure there, and the weather is in a good service.
The construction of BASSE Market was effectively expedited by the Barrow administration as part of the government's agenda to promote and enhance trade in the country.
The BASSE Area Council, leading the city's administration, is now tasked with ensuring the sustainability and maintenance of the important edifice.
We have our maintenance plan in place that will make sure that the sustainability of this market to maintain its structure is the daily activity of the council. We'll make sure that the structure is maintained to the best of our ability. As you can see, plans are on the way to provide dustbins and tricycles to be transporting the waste materials from the council here and there, and cleaners as well will be always be here. And already as we are speaking, we have recruited somebody who is going to take care of the toilets, and we have a plumber in place who is going to be stationed here, so that any plumbing material, any plumbing problem will be directed to him. We also have a qualified electrician who is also going to be stationed in the market, so that even fixing of the bulb will not allow the vendors to do it. Whatever electrical problem will be directed to that, so that we maintain all the structures and all the properties of this market to the best of our ability.
Every store and section here has well-structured electrical appliances with standard bulbs lighting up the area as never seen before.
So the day-to-day running of the market rests on the council, but we make sure that we will give them the initial advice that they shouldn't allow anybody to loop anything. All meters should be, and whenever there is something to be changed, it be changed with the standard breakers and all those things. But when you start mixing breakers, it might cause another things. But we have already have a meeting with the council to explain to them that they need to have a special technical that would supervise the day-to-day running of the market.
The market's management involves a concerted effort from various institutions such as NAWEC, Works Department, and a host of other stakeholders.
Works, as you know, is responsible for all the government infrastructure aspect, like supervision and monitoring of government project. So since the inception, there is a committee, a steering committee for this project specifically.
The development has been greatly lauded and welcomed by residents who are set to explore business opportunities available in the region and beyond with a standard business center.
We are excited about this development because the new market will serve the entire URR. At least we have a structure that is presentable, thanks to President Adama Barrow.
Constructed within a dynamic setting, the people of URR will now explore a new business infrastructure designed to make URR a regional trading hub. This is a transformative development that will help usher in business opportunities for the people in this region. Reporting from BASSE, I am Aminata E. Sanyang.
Now to agriculture and climate change adaptation mechanisms. The Food for Agriculture Organization of the United Nations recently embarked on a 7-day tour of project sites in rural Gambia under its new Adapting Agriculture to Climate Change program, which seeks to promote sustainable and diversified livelihood strategies to reduce the impacts of climate change variability in the agriculture and livestock sector. Babasila has the details of that report.
Food security and nutrition sustainability efforts are seeing renewed focus as the UN Food and Agriculture Agency moves to encourage community production initiatives, a new program aimed at boosting climate adaptivity in the Gambia. The Adapting Agriculture to Climate Change in the Gambia project is a global environment facility funded program attracting both men, including community leaders who have expressed joy and readiness to uplift themselves via their own ventures in agriculture.
Liggéey ak diina ñoo ànd doo mën a féetoo diina rek te doo liggéey du sotti fokk nga àndale liggéey bi ak diina ji mu mën a dox.
Before the intervention of ACCP, FAO, so they were having another garden outside there. But that garden, they used to have a lot of constraints, and the constraints where the garden is not properly fenced and inadequate water supply continue to be a problem. So during the intervention of FAO, I was asked by my former director to come and demarcate 5 hectares of land. They would have a support from FAO. So after, when they start fencing, so after we have so many training, most of the women here, not all, but most of them have training with the ACCP, which they benefited a lot.
Officials met beneficiaries at several sites from the North Bank to the Upper River regions, where communities explain how the project is transforming their living conditions despite challenges they continue to experience.
50% of the crops that we grow here is onion, bob onion. And then we have spring onion, then we have radish, we have bitter tomato, sweet pepper, and then we have an experiment site of both tomato and then cucumber, and then Irish potato also. We have an experiment site of it. Okay, the women here, our major thing is the sustainability of the garden. What we normally do at every production, they normally have an amount of money that they should pay in order to sustain the garden. In the absence of FAO or in the absence of the project, they can able to sustain the garden, even in our absence.
I balwosone andinyen. I karambo kosone andin. But Adam mengomenti nyata nyanta kala sinkiroto. Ngabe bondijan.
The Global Environment Facility funded project is moving to promote sustainable and diversified livelihood strategies to reduce the impact of climate change. Babasila, GRTS.
Mr. Usman Sow, the Director General of the Gambia State Intelligence Service, SIS, has been unanimously renominated as the chair of the 15 regional member services of ECOWAS. The Gambia's intelligence chief will chair and coordinate the Committee of Intelligence and Security Services of Africa, CISA, in the West African region until 2023. DG Sow was unreservedly renominated at the virtual Zoom meeting held on February 25, 2022. The Gambia's intelligence service and network has seen significant transformations and increased international recognition since President Barrow's coming to power in 2017. Recently, the Gambia also assumed the position of President of the ECOWAS Commission. It's the first Gambia occupies the presidency in the history of the regional bloc. The Director General of SIS was unanimously endorsed and renominated by 13th of the 15th member intelligence services of West Africa. The member services unanimously reposed their confidence in the SIS DG to chair the Intelligence Commission due to his exemplary leadership and stewardship of SICA West Africa during the difficult times of 2019 to 2021. SIS was first selected as chair of the region in June 2019 when the service hosted the regional meeting in Banjul, and again in 2021 when it hosted another regional meeting. In his acceptance statement, DG Sow recommitted to working harder and getting better amid increased challenges. He urged regional member services of the continental body to get better and stronger and call on CISO West Africa members to work closer together in providing timely and actionable intelligence to political leaders and decision makers. We head off to the Central River region, where the Turkish Development Agency, TICA, is supporting the expansion of Medicare delivery as they wrap up a major capacity program training 25 health workers drawn from different regions on emergency service training. Maud Lamin Sane reports.
An early morning simulation exercise at the Bansang Hospital marks the end of a 5-day training program for 25 health workers drawn from across provincial Gambia on emergency medicine interventions. The symbolic exercise here provides an accident scene with several injured passengers, giving participants a real test of practical Medicare services, identifying victims needing urgent attention, from the search of patients to the assessment of victims. Every detail collected is meant for trainers here to examine participants' knowledge on emergency response.
It is going to help me and also help not me as per se, but also the community that I am going to render the service to. For example, if I walk on the road and I've seen a situation wherein there's an unfortunate incident happen, I'll be able to take care of that situation because of this training. Yeah.
This training, the main important thing is even the basic life support that we have learned. And there are so many things that are happening, so many accidents that are happening, and we just carry that patient from the scene up to the hospitals without even giving a basic life support. So this training has really helped me, has really equipped me with that skill that even opening an airway for somebody can just save his or her life.
The vital training program supported by TICA seeks to enhance capacity on emergency medicine service delivery.
Bring the same training in your health facilities so that you can transfer the knowledge to the other people. You know that knowledge is getting bigger when you share it. If you keep it with yourself, it will not get bigger. So finally, I will say again, I will repeat, this program is one of the most successful programs.
Part of the program focus aims to strengthen and prepare health workers for disaster and emergency interventions.
Training has impacted a lot of knowledge on you people. So much is given to you. So we expect a lot from you people. Dr. Mendy has mentioned that he has started teaching his family members, and this is very key. You never know. One day you could be choked. Who is around you to help you? Your family member, who you have impacted knowledge to. So please, please teach people around you. You never know when they will help you.
I want to urge all of you to take this training seriously and to also relay your knowledge and skills to those who are not opportune to be here with you. Learning everything, because your post-test is very good, that has showed that you people have learned a lot. But share your skills.
The training drew 25 participants from major hospitals and other health facilities across rural Gambia. Organizers are moving to expand Medicare service capacity to ensure every health worker understands the basic in handling emergencies. Maud Lamin Sane reporting for GRTS News from the Central River region.
You're watching GRTS News with me, Rohi Bite. We will take a quick break and be right back.
Wondering how to cash in using AfriMoney? Here are a few steps. Go to the nearest Afri agent. Tell them how much you want to deposit. Give the agent your number and the cash. You will receive an SMS notification from 777 confirming the deposit. To check and confirm your balance, dial *777 hash. Select option 7, my account. Select option 1, check balance. Enter your PIN to receive your balance. With AfriMoney, sa jahle jehna.
Welcome back. Now the world of sport is coming together to protest Russia's invasion of Ukraine in a continued display of support for Ukrainians across all games from football to judo. In the Champions League, Schalke play for the first time without their sad sponsor Gazprom, and Poland and Sweden also refused to play against Russia in the World Cup playoffs. Russian football recently made new gains in the international scene, with the country hosting a World Cup in 2018 that saw its national team reach quarterfinals for the first time in post-Soviet history. However, following Russia's invasion of Ukraine on Monday, February 24th, European football clubs are now severing ties with Russian companies and sporting organizations. UEFA has announced the rescheduling of the 2022 Champions League finals, which were slated to be played in Moscow. Other games are also moving events, other sports are also moving events out of the country, with players and fans around the world also sending messages of support for Ukraine. The World Judo Organization also announced the withdrawal of the President Putin as its honorary president as the pushback from the world sports intensifies. And that takes us to the end of the news, and you're watching the news with me, Rohibite from Banjul. And back to our top stories once again. His Excellency President Barrow is set to travel to the Democratic Republic of Congo on Monday for a two-day walking visit set to deepen cooperation between Banjul and Kinshasa. Residents of the Upper River are looking forward to expanding trade and business as President Barrow inaugurates the new ultra-modern BASSE market, harnessing regional trade in the Gambia's commercial capital. And a new focus on food security, the United Nations Food and Agriculture Agency has met beneficiaries of a nationwide livelihood scheme aimed at adapting agriculture to climate change. In sports, the world of sport is coming together to protest Russia's invasion of Ukraine in a continued display of support across all games from football to judo. Elsewhere, Russian forces have met stiff resistance as they attempt to push further into Ukraine. The mayor of Kiev says the capital is strongly holding its defense lines. And African students in Ukraine are calling on their governments to evacuate them from the European country as Russia intensifies its offensive on Ukraine. That's it for this hour. I'll be back at 2200 hours for more news. Until then, thanks for the pleasure of your company, and do stay and enjoy the rest of the RTS programs.